This one's called So, Would You Come With Me? So, this is a visual novel, but it looks really fucking weird. And I have to see what's going on in here. Normally, I avoid visual novels, especially ones that use default assets, but when you do your own assets and the screenshots look like interesting, I'll be on that shit. So, let's give it a shot. I'm telling you, chat, this shit looks kind of freaky, so you might enjoy it. Like, oh god, okay. Like, if that doesn't sell you on it, I don't know what will. Reality of the capital R variety has become a relative thing as the dryness of our respective martinis, yet the struggle goes on. The fight continues. Philip K. Dick. Do androids dream of electric sheep? Always start your game with a quote. My name is Maribel Earn. After graduating from college with a major in relativistic psychology, I embarked on the path of a psychoanalyst. In the age of science, despite the seemingly reached limits of technological advancement, it has not brought peace to the mind. In the rapid information era, people are lost with anxiety and stress becoming the norm. I've engaged in private practice for several months using its flexibility to raise the quality of therapy. My patient, who also happens to be my only current patient, is named Renko Usami. She's quite young, still attending university, with a major in super unified physics. Sometimes her being close to my age makes things a bit tricky. Renko claims to have seen another world, distinct from our reality, one that exists in an overlay, and she believes she's the observer of this phenomenon. She experiences auditory and visual hallucinations almost constantly, seeing endless fields of flowers, bamboo forests, and other things that no longer exist in our world. This is weird. She also sees beings with supernatural powers resembling mythical yokai, creatures with human torsos and animal tails. In today's age where superstitions are no longer prevalent, cases like Renko's are rare. But where does one draw the line between illness and fantasy? Especially since the modern understanding of psychological disorders has become more of a spectrum than a set of discrete categories. Honestly, Renko is remarkably intelligent and even perceptive. I've grown quite fond of her, and it seems she feels the same about me. Hold on, it's more likely that the intimacy of the doctor-patient relationship has led her to develop a transference towards me. As a qualified analyst, I'll do my best to reduce her dependency on me. Despite months of weekly counseling sessions and trying various therapeutic approaches, her symptoms have only intensified. Even though she doesn't want intervention, she still entrusts me with her treatment. Truly a contradiction. In recent weeks, she continues to passionately describe that other world, even planning to explore it further. I've conducted a risk assessment, but she hasn't shown any signs of extreme emotional fluctuation. Her brain activity, heart rate, and skin conductance, all of which appear normal. She was late again today. But not letting me know despite being 2 hours late surely is a bit much, isn't it? It gets me worried. Ah, yes, Renko left her address with me before. Kyobokucho 54. I could be there within an hour. We could still have our session today if she's there. Renko hasn't locked her door. This is a storage container. What are you talking about? This is a fucking storage container. This is dystopian. I hate this. Oh my god, I hate this. This makes me so uncomfortable. I have a feeling about this before I enter, but what surprises me the most upon entering the room is the pungent smell of paint. The walls are covered with some writings. I should explore around. Oh shit! Yo! Yo, what the fuck? A Tory. In middle school history class, I learned that the structure represents the separation between the the world of humans and the divine. Phone rings. It's a text from an unknown number. East, 820 meters, entrance to the garage. Renko had mentioned that an abandoned garage near her place, a spot she frequents when she's troubled by her thoughts. I'm almost certain Renko was planning all of this. Why would she do such a thing? What? I didn't... Oh, but I didn't get to turn around. I'm restarting. I'm killing the vibe. I'm restarting. I didn't think that would end the scene. I wanted to explore the room. I was invested, dude. I was invested. Put me back in. This guy's name is Philip Kickdick. That's crazy. It's a powerful name. Okay. No matter how much you pray to the heavens, one can only give up on the fact that things will never change. To the other side, the other side, the other side, the other side. It's quite ominous. The other side mentioned here likely refers to the world she's been seeing. I remember she used to say something about, I will go alone to the forgotten place. Considering Renko's personality, I don't think she's the type to risk her life on a whim. However, if she's in a delusional state, she could still be in danger. Renko, where are you? The priority now is to ascertain her location and condition. The smell of paint in the room offers a small false comfort, indicating she was just here just a few hours ago. A sunflower. I love their vibrant colors. Imagine how wonderful it would be to see a field of sunflowers with my own eyes. I'm tired of the gardens in VR, especially the daily chore of watering them. I don't see anything else. No other button like works for crouching or anything like that. Okay. So I'll head to the garage now. Alright, I gotta be careful what I interact with. This is liminal ass space. So this is the abandoned underground garage where Renko comes. I once asked her how it feels to be in such a place. She mentioned it brings her a peculiar sense of calm where she can hear her echoes repeat over and over until they fade away. To me, it feels like being in an invisible maze. There are no signs pointing anywhere, no paths leading out, just repetitions of the structure, only the bland, cold, hard concrete. This modernist-style garage evokes a sense of emptiness in me. I hate it in here. Holy fuck, I hate it in here. I saw the Tory in the middle. Follow the white rabbit. A white rabbit. Last time I saw the animal was at a zoo. Fortunately, medical technology has reached its peak. There are no incurable diseases anymore on a physiological level. These creatures no longer need to appear in laboratories. Don't mind me, I'm just taking a look around. There's no exit. Graffiti of a little girl with rabbit ears resembling a figure Renko has described to me. I used to suggest she'd write down all the people she sees. She declined. But you will take note of everything from me, won't you, Doctor? That looks really good, by the way. Like, actually. Alright. Phone rings. Same number sent another message. Southwest 234, Rooftop. Why is she contacting me this way? And what is she trying to say to me? I know Renko well enough to understand she doesn't act without reason. I left the garage. I'm afraid if I linger, the exit might disappear out of my sight, trapping me in here forever. It already has. As the elevator ascends, my heart sinks, or rather my stomach feels heavy. Despite understanding that my actions align with Renko's expectations, I can't shake the worry that she might do something extreme, like jumping from the rooftop. Deep down, I hope my concerns are unnecessary. Otherwise, I'll have to face the psychological aftermath of such an event. There's no one here. The rooftop edge is fenced with wire. It seems Renko had left before I arrived. I let out a sigh of relief, then noticed that dusk had already fallen. Renko once told me that dusk was considered the witching hour in the past. At sunset, the world of humans and spirits would merge. Such a peculiar tale, perhaps it was meant to scare children into returning home before dark. No one believes this anymore. Theories of physics, chemistry, and other sciences like sharp, cold scalpels have been used by humans to dissect the world layer by layer, to dissect the world that they once were fascinated and awed by. Until we realized we had killed all the gods we created, and beneath that skin everything was meaningless. As the sun dipped below the horizon, I suddenly realized humans have also lost something. Is it Renko trying to reclaim what's been lost? I don't know. I have an indescribable feeling about her. It's not just her illness. Renko once told me about her, a girl with long green hair dressed in a Shrine Maiden's attire. It's said that Shrine Maidens can control the weather through rituals with the help of divine powers. Good thumbnail. A pentagram, once widely used as a symbol in occultism. Huh? Fuck. Okay. Again, the Tory. There were no messages from that number this time. Did Renko encounter some trouble, or did she simply not notice that I'd already arrived here? It's getting late, and I hope she's not taking risks. Okay, I had the option there this time. Not like there's much else to see. Okay. The night falls as I wondering about Renko's whereabouts, unconsciously being guided by the streetlights. I found myself obsessively watching my shadow under the streetlight, shifting with the light. They seem like proofs of my existence, with old shadows gradually fading until they completely vanish, making my body appear transparent in light as well. Just when I feel like I'm about to disappear, new shadows join in. My existence is reassured once again. When you start paying attention to this process, you'll find that the cycle repeats in a fascinating rhythm, like a silent group dance. Before I realized that I had wandered to a place where there is nothing but darkness. No, actually, there is something in the distance. Even though phone booths are no longer in use, the facilities have still been preserved. However, this phone booth is different from the usual metal ones. It's bright red, especially dazzling under the light. Is it something of this neighborhood? Ow. Why would there be a call coming in? Renko, is it you? Pick up the phone. It's loud as shit. It's only a faint sound of static. Renko? There's no response from the other side, just a faint sound of static. There's no response, only a faint sound of static. I'm almost about to hang up. Suddenly, a girl's voice cuts through the noise as if she's right behind me. Beside me. Your name is Mary. My name is Mary. I am now. And a strange noise comes through the phone mixed with an indiscernible whispers that send shivers down my spine. I try to catch the scattered words, but I can only hear bits and pieces. Behind you, do not look back. Suddenly, silence falls on the other end of the line as if something is standing right behind me, quietly, intently, watching. This is just too bizarre. It's like the symptoms of auditory hallucinations, prolonged exposure to stress is messing with my nerves. The darkness allowed me to fantasize about an unseen, threatening other, and anxiety is then visualized as the ringing telephone. But how do I explain the vibration of the phone when the voice came through? I desperately search for an explanation that my cognitive framework can accept. My sensations are so vivid and real, yet they are merely signals transmitted between synapses. Yes, my senses, the only thing I can rely on is untrustworthy witness, but if I discard it, I can barely do anything. Is this what Renko chased through the gap between illusion and reality? The truth. My thoughts are scattering in the intangible darkness, struggling to find an anchor. I feel like I'm about to lose my mind. Under the pressure, I enter this building in a panic, only to find that I have pushed open the back door of a movie theater. There's no one here, but the screen is on, leaving a glaring white. For now, I should wait until I've calmed down a bit before making any decisions. Observe your hands and feet. Feel your every breath. Is that screen playing automatically? Indeed, it is uncertainty that breeds your questions, driving you to seek what feels more solid, more real within your heart. You might have questioned yourself, but have you grasped the reality? But have you ever delved deeper, ever wondered, is it you who built this theater with your own hands? You devote all of your effort to protecting it, to ensure its stability, to making it unbreakable. Yet the more you do so, the more this theater reveals itself to be nothing more than a theater. I ask you, does reality truly exist? You think you're an observer, sitting safely in front of the screen. No, you're the architect, the playwright, and the actor in this drama of existence. Seems to be a sine wave. That number still hasn't sent any messages. I'm starting to wonder if Renko had lost contact with me while I was on the rooftop. I should head home. The words that appeared on the screen still swirled in my mind. I feel that whatever it is talking to me. It could even be Renko. Even so, how can one achieve the so-called above concepts? I'm not particularly interested in metaphysics, not because of a stagnation in theoretical science. Simply because I place more value on the tangible, perceptible world before me, rather than wordplay. Such thoughts are appealing, but far from my worldview. I want to focus on the immediate issues at hand, like finding Renko. Things that happened today felt like a dream. I tossed and turned in bed, reviewing any clues I might have missed, but it's clear that matters have gone beyond my control. I was almost sleepless all night. The reality isn't important. What's important is your belief. And believing the lie is the only way to avoid a waking coma. Civilization now depends on self-deception. Perhaps it always has. Ted Chiang, The Life Cycle of Software Objects. Unexpectedly, I am awakened by a message from that number. The content is as concise as ever. Takeda Station. That's the name of a nearby subway station where I often transferred before I moved. I have no way of knowing where Renko is or how she spent the night. This message puts me at ease. After a brief preparation, I immediately set out. The station's old decor is exactly as I remember it. Every tile, every light. Walking in this familiar space, my emotions are subtly stirred. It's filled with the memories of university days. Back then, who would have thought I'd return here one day in search of someone? My thoughts drift towards Renko. Could she too have stood here in the morning like this, waiting for someone on a subway? It seems all these questions can only be answered when I finally see her. I don't have anything funny to say, chat. I'm genuinely invested in this. This is very... I thought it was going to be weird. It's certainly weird, but there's a level of polish to this that I just was not ready for, and it kind of punched me in the gut and told me to pay attention. So now I'm paying attention. It looks like very old graffiti. Again, eyes, swaths of eyes, like mold clinging to the wall. Looks like very old graffiti. It's an easy one to miss, huh? What's she doing here? Dr. Latency. Oh, cool. Looks like very old graffiti. Well, Dr. Latency is Maribel. That's cool. Sometimes the view button gets a little busted, it seems. See. Looks like very old graffiti. Retro-style parasol with red ribbons dangling from its edges, adding a sense of mystery. What kind of person would choose a parasol like this? It's kind of incredible, chat. Like, when I zoom in on this, you can see it. Look how all those, like, colored scribbles, like, just look at them. And it's like, okay. But then you back up, and look at that. You can see what the scribbles are indicating, the idea of the detail, but you can't see the actual detail of it. So it just makes it work. It's really cool. struck by a weird premonition, as if the subway station is a point of no return. Stepping onto this train feels like I won't be coming back, that everything will change. Yet I'm equally convinced that it will lead me to Renko. The subway doors slowly open. I find myself inside a cooling tower. The immense structure around me is shocking, far beyond my understanding and imagination. At this moment, I seem to have come closer to Renko's world, that unknown space filled with mysteries. I see huge scriptures written on the tower walls in flowing calligraphy, as if written by someone from above, like a dream. Yes, fragile as a bubble, fleeting in an instant. Perhaps that is the true nature of our world. With the scene before my eyes, I feel an unprecedented sense of relief. Something on this side. It looks like very old graffiti. See Koishi, Koishizai, Snai, Yukari, Moko. Potentially Kaguya. Reimu. Who's that next to Reimu? I want to say that's probably Koishi, just because the hair is green and the purple eyes next to it. I see Raisin as well. The only thing I don't see is I don't see a maid. I remember specifically from the books, there's a couple characters who potentially were run into, Maribel ran into. One of them being a maid of the Scarlet Devil Mansion. Now, it didn't specify Sakuya, but it said a maid from a red mansion. That said, what is going on in the top left? I can't tell what's going on with that, but Moko was a character who she potentially ran into. I think there was mention of a shrine maiden as well. Obviously, Yukari is, you know. Yeah, like, what is that? What is that exactly? Okay. I can't read the stuff up the wall. The pattern of the torii seems to carry a warmth. As I place my hand on the wall, it sinks into the solid cement. This should be where the journey ends. Suddenly I find myself longing to share with Renko all that has happened along the way. Despite the fact that I have been the listener in the past, I have a heart full of words I wish to spill. I want to tell her about the hesitation, melancholy, unease, fear, and unstoppable determination I've felt. I want to tell her what I've seen here, that I've seen her truly, profoundly perceived world. I've finally become someone who can understand her. that much longer. But perhaps all of this needs no words. It's Renko. At last, Mary. You all right? Are you hurt? It doesn't seem that important now. I'm okay. She appears slightly embarrassed, but continues. I knew you would come. Ever since I discovered the possibility of reaching that space, I knew I had to go there. But I wanted you to see it all too. So would you come with me? Oh, God. Don't make me choose. You want me to go with her? Yes? Of course. I grasped Renko's hand. I'll count down to 3, and then we jump together. The height makes me feel dizzy. I close my eyes, feeling a bit nervous. Don't be afraid, Mary. We're together. Renko tightens her hand on my hand, sending a warm sensation through me. I nodded. 3, 2, 1. The feeling of weightlessness, it lasts perhaps less than 2 seconds. Renko and I land on a soft, moist hill. Sunlight shines all around us. It smells like grass here. Renko rolls next to me. Her arm is over me as she props onto the grass. Sorry, doctor. Gravity's to blame. You know, I can tell it's actually you putting in the effort. Achieved ending 1 of 4. Quantum leap. There's 4 endings. Wow. Wow. I don't really know what else to say. That was just incredible. Seriously. Holy shit. I can't get every ending though, chat. Because you know one of the endings is going to be say but and don't go with her, which means I'd have to go through the whole game again, and I'd have to climb that staircase again, and that is going to detract from the impact the game had, I think. to go all the way for that. That said, I don't know where the other two endings could be, but that was incredible. That was actually so incredible. I don't even know if I want to do another game after it. Like, like legitimately, like that on its own was. How long was I on that, chat? Was anybody keeping track? Does anybody know how long that was? I think I might end up doing what I did before with Neo Gensokyo Zero. I might just cut this out of the VOD and make it its own thing, because that was just so unbelievably impactful that it feels like it feels like it had enough weight to be its own thing. I think I might just do that. But that was so. Would you come with me? I don't know what I was expecting. I did think it looked neat, and I wanted to try it. It fucking blew me out of the water, for sure. Genuinely incredible. I just don't know what I don't know what else I can really say. Like, you were here, you saw it too. We all experienced it together, and it was just, man. Okay. I don't think anybody knows what the other endings are. But yeah, chat. So what I'm going to do... I'm going to stop. I played 3 games. Streamer, you played 3 games. Yes, and it's been almost 2 hours. I know. Okay. Alright, okay. I've only played 3 games, chat. I know. I know. But I'm going to stop it here. And what I'm going to do is what I did last time. I'm going to cut this game out of the VOD. And I'm going to make it its own upload. But then I'm going to take the first 2 games, and I'm going to attach them to the next time I play this, which will not be Saturday. It'll probably be earlier. It might even just be tomorrow, because we didn't play that many today. Because like I said, that was so good. That was so good that I don't think there's anything I could play. Anything I play after that, it wouldn't be fair to it. Because my mind is firmly on that game right now. And it's not going to leave it. It's just not. So no matter what game I play next, it is not going to hold a candle to me, to this game. Even if it's better than it, even if it's on par with it, no matter what. This game was too much on me. But it was really good. So that's what we're going to do. That's the plan.